Recording. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen in 1 minute, and then I'm not gonna be able to see you guys. But Liz will still be able. I think, yeah, she'll still be able to see you guys. You'll be able to ask questions. We are so happy to have you guys here. You have no idea how excited we are to share with you the things that finally changed our lives forever. Like for real. You'll get to hear more about our stories in a minute. I'm gonna share my screen now, real quick. If you guys have questions, use the chat feature. There's a little chat box. Feel free to type in there and we'll go back. We're going to try and keep it to like that you're done off this call for 9:15 and like moving on with your life. That's our goal, to try and, we know everybody's time is valuable. We get it. We want to make sure that we do this as fast as possible, but you get all the info that you need. So the goal of this call is for you to leave here with knowledge, armed better than you came in, and that you'll feel like you spent these 45 minutes in a really good way. Okay. So welcome. My name is Melissa Pipitone. Some of you guys may or may not know me. Some of you look familiar. I know some of you. Some of you may have never met me, don't know me. Some of you are on here from Liz. Whoever you are, my name is Melissa Pipitone. I've been a coach since 2013. So it's been a while. But even as a coach, I didn't figure out the best system for me until about 2 years ago. So I'll get more into my story in a little bit, but I have been doing this and working with people for the last almost 8 years. Boom. Oh, but first, this is what we always like to start with because it makes it way more fun. Take a picture of something, us right now, it could be screenshot, and post it on any of your social media. Tag these two names that you guys can see here. So Melissa Pipitone 11 and the Liz Miller with 2 Z's. Tag us in one. So that's on Instagram. It has to be on Instagram, actually. Not on any social media, on Instagram. Tag us. And then at the end of this call, each of us are going to pick a winner and we're going to Venmo you immediately $20 cash. So that is fun. Do that. Do it now so that we'll check while you're still on this call. We'll check the winners and we'll pass it on to you guys. Okay. So that's exciting. Next, before we get into, I think we might be getting into the goods. Okay. We're going to get into the good information, you guys. Liz is going to kick off with her story. Hear her, obviously, where she started and where she currently is, which I think we can all be inspired by for sure. And she's going to tell us a little bit about her and how she got here.
Thank you, Melissa. You're the best. So, hey guys, my name is Liz. For those who don't know me, I am a mom of girls. I actually have 6 kids. So I have 3 girls and 3 dogs. So I have a bonus kid or a stepdaughter who is 18, soon to be 19. And then I also have 2 daughters of my own. One is soon to be 5. Do not tell her she is 4. She is soon to be 5. She'll actually turn 5 in 10 days. And then I have another daughter who just turned 2 in April. And then we have 2 labs who are 8 and soon to be 7. And then we just adopted how old is he? He's 5 months old, a 5-month-old golden retriever who has 2.5 legs. He's just the best. If you see my Instagram stories, he's on there all the time because he's the best and amazing. But where I started, so this picture on the left is me. I actually started before this picture was taken. I was getting ready to take my daughter for her first swim lessons, my first daughter. At the time, she was about 6 months old. That's Melissa. You're good. At the time, she was about 6 months old. We have a pool in our backyard, and I just wanted her to know what to do if she fell in that pool. I wanted her to be comfortable in the water, all of those things. So when you put your baby in a 6-month-old swim class, it's a mommy and me swim class. You get to get in the water too. And the whole time, my whole postpartum journey, I was told, you're breastfeeding, the weight will fall right off, you'll be good. And that wasn't happening for me. Now, I'm kind of a jerk. I never had to lose weight. I've always been an athlete. I've always been super active. But here I was 6 months postpartum, about 40 pounds heavier than what I was before I got pregnant, when my husband married me, like all of those things. So you can just imagine how uncomfortable I was feeling. I had no energy. I was tired all the time. And I went to Target and I was shopping for a swimsuit to wear to this swim class. And I remember looking through the racks and I remember just bypassing the bikinis. Like, we're not even going to touch those. Like, that's not even a thing right now. Kept going and went to like the mom suits, you know, the ones with like the skirts and the shorts. And basically you should be going into the pool in a t-shirt and shorts, but I don't know, they want to make you feel better about yourself or something like that. So I bought this swimsuit that had the most fabric that you could ever find. Throw that on. I'm looking at, my husband takes a picture before my daughter and I go into the pool. What should have been a great memory was a picture of all I can look at was that I didn't recognize myself. I fake smile, just the whole shebang. So I'm talking to one of my girlfriends and she's telling me about how I can lose the weight, but still eat food. And I was like, that goes against everything that I've ever heard in my life, right? Like, food is bad. Food is the enemy. If you want to lose weight, you eat less. You eat in a calorie deficit. And she was, as a breastfeeding mom, you can't do that. That's just not an option. If you want to keep your milk supply up, you need to keep eating, you know, a surplus of calories. But what I found was once I changed my diet, what I was eating from processed foods and, you know, eating Jell-O pudding snacks to eating clean whole foods, you know, a dark chocolate bar, and still enjoying that glass of wine occasionally, not the entire bottle like I was before. That was really when things started to change for me and things started to switch. So this picture on the left is actually when I was 2 weeks postpartum with my second daughter. And that was when I just really leaned into the nutrition side of things. And I was like, okay, I'm ready for these pregnancy cravings to be over. I'm ready for these sugar cravings to be over. And I am ready to just go all in. And that is what I did. And I still ate more food than I had ever ate in my life. I probably eat about 5 meals a day. I learned what a balanced plate should look like, what a balanced meal should look like. I've been able to educate my family on what that should look like, and my daughters as well. My 5-year-old helped me meal plan this week and picked out chicken and spinach quesadillas for her dinners next week. So that was really fun. But yeah, it's just really helped me not only
What is that, Daniel?
see food differently,
In the bathroom.
see it
Why?
as fuel, see it as a way to really
What is that?
just help me go
okay,
throughout the
thank you.
day, not
Go.
solve an emotional problem, not solve a stressful situation,
Go.
really just be and feel my best too. So that's a little bit of my story. Where'd Melissa go?
Okay. Oops. Why is this not letting? Oop, 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 oop. Okay. This is, if you guys follow me, you've probably seen 18,565 different pictures of me from different angles before and afters from different times in my life. I am also a mom of 2. This is one of the photos you may or may not have seen on any of my social media platforms. I have 2 girls. They're 18 months apart. Both C-sections. I gained 51 pounds with the first. I gained 57 pounds with the second. And since then, also similar to Liz, before kids, weight was never a thing for me. My body was something I wasn't necessarily like, that's not true. I guess I was active. I was like a marathon runner. I was a marathon runner. I never like thought of myself as an athlete. Like she said, like a college athlete, all that, like that was not me. But I always was proud of my body, always was proud of my body up until I had my first daughter. Even after that, it was, again, just like Liz Miller said, a super easy, like I was one of those nursing moms where the weight fell off. In like 3 months, I was back to my pre-baby body with my first child. And then I had my second. And since then, it's been a struggle, like literally really, really hard. The up and down, 15, 20 pounds for 8 years, it was hard. And because I was so used to taking so much pride in my body before, it was extra hard on me to feel embarrassed or ashamed of my body. And that's like totally where I was. You know, we would go to the beach or to the pool or to, you know, a vacation somewhere, and nothing but comparison. Like it's all I could do. Like I'd be looking at every other mom and be like, how does she have abs? Like she must be a shitty mom. I swear, these are the thoughts that would be in my head. It's like sick. It's like a sick person. And I would like think like, and also be jealous, obviously, like that goes without saying. And then I would see like moms heavier than me and feel like comfortable then to like, you know, walk in front of them. It was like a sickness. But the thing that's the saddest is I didn't want to go on vacations. I didn't want to go to the beach. I didn't want to go to the pool. Like that, those 6-month swim lessons, if it was me having to go in, they would not have happened. Like those happened because my husband took my kids to the swim lessons. They were planned specifically for Saturdays because there was no way in hell that I was going to be getting in the water. And that's sad too, because my kids are now suffering because of my insecurities. And that happened a lot for a lot of years. I like when we planned things, trips, vacations, beach, you know, these are things that before kids were the things I looked forward to most, the things I loved most. And because of the insecurities with the extra weight, I just could not embrace any of that. Like I just couldn't. I didn't want to ever have to put a bathing suit on. The more I could hide my body, the more comfortable and happy I was. Period. End of story. So warmer weather and bathing suits were like the things I dreaded most. Like I swear, even when I look back at my social media, it was always like fall's my favorite. So happy about fall. And it wasn't because I liked fall the best. It was because now you have the license to cover up again. Now you're allowed to put on your sweaters and your boots. Now you put on I was the queen of, what are those things called? Like big smocky things, but they were like trendy. You know those sweaters? It's like a turtleneck, there's no arms. And you just like drape them on. I had them all. My friends were like, Melissa, you got to stop buying those. It's enough. I would have like different patterns, different colors, because those are so easy to hide under and you still look like trendy. Like you're not really hiding. I knew all the tricks on how to do that, like for real. And that is literally how I lived my life for years. I would follow strict plans. I would do, whoever's not muted, do you mind muting?
You're gonna go back to this shit.
Somebody's mute Daniela. Okay. So I like literally I would be so strict with food. And I bet many of you can relate to this. Raise your hand if you can relate to what I'm about to say. Super strict with food. I would get down to that like goal weight or close to it. And then I would celebrate with like pizza and ice cream. And then it would be like, bye. Like I was never found something that was sustainable for me. P.S. I live in New York City. We have the best food at our fingertips, and it was never something that I was willing to give up. Like I was never going to say, I'm going to just eat everything in the house. I'm not going to eat out anymore. I'm not going to order out anymore. Like part of what we love about where we live is the access to all these things. And that wasn't something, and still is not something, that I'm willing to give up. And I always thought to have the body I wanted, that was the first thing that would have to go. I always thought that you had to eliminate food groups, that like you had to eat within a small window of time, or you had to, you know, only eat avocado and bacon and cheeseburgers and drink like oil, you know, to wash it down. And that's the way that you're going to lose weight. And guys, that is not ever
I don't know
how it has to be.
But yeah,
Okay?
I should still meet them if they're gonna come back.
How does people keep, what's happening? Sorry, people keep unmuting. So the struggle for all those years with up and down, I would reach my goal weight. I would do it by following these things like that, where I was measuring and counting and, you know, knowing exactly every ounce. And when I would go out to a restaurant, I would have to say like, no dressing, please, or no cheese, or everything on the side. And how is that cooked? Or, you know, I would have to have all these like special instructions of everything. And it just was not the way I wanted to live my life. And it was not a sustainable lifestyle for me at all whatsoever. And until I found this system that now has been around 2.5 years I've been following it, it is the only thing that has kept me at this stable weight in my life. This is back to lower than my wedding weight. And I've been here for 2.5 years now. The only time this has been anything that's worked for me. And I've been, you know, traveled through Europe for a couple weeks. We'd go to Disney like every other month, it feels like, because my husband thinks he's like Mickey Mouse or like Walt Disney, or like some kind of owner. I don't know, but we go there a lot. And like that, if you've been there, you know, that's a place that's very easy to say, I can't live like this. Like I have to be off plan. And when you find a sustainable system, you learn it and you live it wherever you go without having to say, no cheese, no, no dressing. Like you don't have to be that person anymore. And you can still get the body that you want. So those are our stories. Now we're going to go into the meat of this call, AKA the hacks and the 3 things that really did change our life. And you guys, obviously we follow systems that are working for us. We want you to take these hacks with you and use them however you can. Whether you join us in our systems, which by the way, Liz and I have completely different ones, or whether you just take these tools and use them, we are happy to have you here and hope that you take them with you. Okay, your turn.
All right. Hack number 1. All right. This is my favorite / my least favorite. So mindset is everything. I like me 4.5 years ago, I could roll my eyes so hard into the back of my head. They would probably get stuck here when I heard like, oh, it's your mindset. Like, but it is. So just stay with me for the next like 5 or so minutes and hopefully we can get you so your eyes come, to the front. So mindset is everything. It goes back to the cliche saying of if you believe you can or you can't, you're right. Your mindset around food, your mindset around, what you're capable of doing is really what's going to help you not only find the sustainable system that works for you, but implement it every day in your life. There's always going to be reasons or ways where you can't or you won't, or excuses that are going to come up. But this will help you really, the mindset piece of it will help you really hone in on your goals, hone in on what's important to you, what your priorities are, and what you want to achieve. So one of my favorite books is a book called, it's The Word, but it's F Your Feelings by Ryan Munstead, I think is how you say his last name. You can find him on Instagram. It's an Audible. I listen to it like multiple times a year. And one of the things that he says is we base 95% of our decisions based off of our feelings, not off of data or anything really like tangible, but we base it off of a feeling. And once we can get our minds wrapped around the fact that our minds really control what we do each and every single day, that is when you're going to find success with food. For me, it's been more of not I can't have that, because that never works. Once somebody tells you you can't have something, that's all you want. Like literally if somebody's like, you can never have ice cream again, I'm like, give me all of the ice cream right now. But it's more of, finding what works for you in a balancing way. It's actually really funny. I was just talking with one of my stepdaughter's friends. She and I are going to the Outer Banks next week, and she's doing the system that I follow. And she's like, how are you going to do this when you travel? And I was explaining to her exactly how I was going to do it. And I was like, you just have to go into it with the right mindset, not the mindset of I'm on a diet or I can only eat this food or that food, but it's the mindset of this is what I want to eat. This is what's going to fuel my body, and this is what's going to help me feel the best. That's really what it comes down to. If your mindset is something of, I just want to lose 5 pounds or I want to look good in a bikini, that's all well and good. But what happens once you look good in that bikini? What happens once you lose those 5 pounds? That's where the mindset piece comes in. So it really is something that we help you work on within these systems. It's really something that we focus on within the way that we help you once you come on board and join our system. And it's really just, it's what will change your mindset around food. Not viewing it as a reward, not viewing it as something that you deserve, but viewing it as something that you want and you can have because you have a place to go if you have a treat, if you overindulge, if you quote unquote, like, I don't even want to say it, but like if you have an extra glass of wine or you went to a birthday party and you had a cupcake, like you know where to go to get back on track. And none of that is falling off plan. It's all part of the plan, because the plan is life. It's not, you can't have this, you can't have that. It's, here's how here's how you plan for going to a birthday party. Here's how you do it. Here's what's, and you figure out what works for you. So it's really just changing that mindset of looking looking at food as like a treat or a reward. It's actually terrible, but my 5-year-old will be like, Mommy, can I have a fruit snack because I was really good? Or can I have a fruit snack because I did this? And I'm like, well, no, you can have a fruit snack because you want it. And, I watch her sugar intake, but you can have a fruit snack because you want it, but you're not a dog. Like, food isn't a reward for you. And as you know, we have dogs, and that's just the way that we've switched our mindset around food in this house. It's something that you enjoy. It's something that is good for you, but it's not something that will solve a problem for you. So that is really what mindset will do. And again, we help you guys with this. We give you tools. We give you all of the things to help your mindset as well, in addition to what I just talked about. So it's kind of awesome, and we love that part of it. But Melissa is going to now talk about the second hack, which is our systems.
Yes. So our systems, like we talked a little bit about, real quick with the mindset thing. One thing that I think is really, really important is like she's saying as a reward, but for me, the way that something I had to learn a lot is not judging your day by being good or bad based on what you ate. Like, I would get in bed and be like, what a shitty day. I just ate like pizza and ice cream. But really, it could have been a great day. Like, me and the kids went out and we went like paddleboarding, and like we ordered pizza to the beach, and then we had ice cream, and that's a shitty day. Like, that's a pretty crazy way to think, right? And you're all guilty of it. Like, oh, I was bad today. Maybe not saying a shitty day. That's not the right way, but saying like, oh, I was bad today. I was bad. I was good today because I had salad for dinner or whatever. So like, getting out of that mindset is key to success. And that's something that you will learn and you will embrace, and it'll be a life changer for you. Okay. Now for the actual systems, you guys, how many of you have followed a system that worked for a little bit and then stopped working? Raise your hand. Could have been Weight Watchers. You could have been counting points. You could have been whatever it is. And also, if you guys jumped on in the meantime, since we started, tag Melissa Pipitone 11 or the Liz Miller to be entered to win $20 at the end of this call. Venmo, $20 cash at the end of this call. It's worth it. You're here. Take a picture, post it on your story, tag us, and you can be entered in. Okay. So there are all different systems out there, right? There's like skinny teas you could buy, right? There's like wraps that you can put around your stomach, and like, these are systems that are going to work for you to lose weight. There are like tons of different things out there that you've tried, that you've heard of, that you've considered in, your journey of trying to lose weight once and for all. And not everything works for every person. Liz and I do it completely different. The system that I use is much more flexible. Like, I am not a type of person that wants to have to measure things. I am not a type of person that wants to be told exactly what to eat. That's the best way to say it. And there's so many people out there that they'll say to me, I want to know exactly what I have to eat to lose weight, or I want to know exactly how much of everything. That's the exact opposite for me. Like, that does work for me, and I have seen success with that. But with who I am and my personality and where we live, that's just not the lifestyle that works long-term for me. And you need to find the system that's sustainable for you. I really do think, a lot of these systems out there will work, whether it's, high fat, low carb, like, keto and all these things you've heard of, where you're just having, fat all day, every day. That might work, but like, that's not going to work for your whole life. You're not going to be in 10 years from now still eating bacon wrapped, cheeseburgers. You're not going to be doing that in 10 years. What you need is a system that's going to last you forever. That's what you need. The system that I've been following, and obviously I've been certified in it and I've been teaching it to women for a long time now, is one that is once you learn it, you don't unlearn it. Once you know the right way to see food and think about food, you know it forever, and you take it with you when you go to Europe. You take it with you when you go to the beach. You take it with you when you go to Disney. You take it with you to everywhere you go in your life, and you are able, without altering things, to live with it and keep your weight in that happy zone. And it's like, that's what everybody needs. You need the mindset to help you, and then you need the sustainable system to help you, so that yo-yoing and up and down 15 pounds leaves you forever. Like, you're no longer gonna, get to that goal, celebrate it, and not see it again for 6 months, right? It's not gonna be your New Year's resolution every single year. You guys, these last 2 years, not having that as a New Year's resolution was the best feeling I've ever had. To be able to have January 1st and not have to say, lose these 15 pounds again. It like is, I hated having to say that again. I hated having to take my before picture again. Like, I found a system, I found the mindset, and I finally was able to keep that weight off forever. And I'm confident in saying forever right now, 100%. Like, and when I say that, I mean, of course, there's like a 3-pound range, but that's it. No more than that. You're in your 3-pound range forever. So I'm going to, one more hack. And I really do think this next one is the most important one that there is. And it's the thing that's lacking in every other system that you've probably ever done. All the other places that rob you, all the gyms, all the meal plans, all of the things you've paid for are lacking one thing. Here you go. You can start.
Accountability. All right, so raise your hand if you have ever signed up for a gym and then never gone. Yeah? Yeah. I remember I had just graduated college. I was living outside of Philadelphia, and I signed up for like some gym. I'm not going to say the brand, but I signed up for a gym that was nearby us, and I couldn't afford it. Like, I could afford their like sign up fee, but at the end of it, I could not afford the actual membership. They didn't give a crap. They didn't care if I came to their gym. They didn't check on me. They weren't asking how things were going. They didn't even give me a nutrition plan to follow. They literally said, here's your card. Here's your membership. Good luck. Oh, and if you want a personal trainer, that's an extra $25 that you don't have. So good luck with that. Because, hey, new college grad, like, you don't make any money when you graduate college. Nobody tells you that. But anyway, so accountability. There have been multiple days, especially during this time with the stress and the quarantine and all of the things that are going on. There has been so many days where I am just like, I want to throw caution to the wind and just eat everything in the pantry. And that one day, like, I think it was last week or a week or two ago, I just wasn't drinking enough water, which P.S. another hack for you is drink half your body weight in water every day, and you will feel so much better. Because yes, you're going to pee a lot, but you will be getting rid of all of those toxins. Special bonus tip. But I wasn't drinking enough water. I was getting to like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was getting all of these cravings, and I would realize that I had drank maybe not even close to half my water goal. So I posted in one of our groups, and I was like, hey, I need help with drinking my water. Me, the leader, the person who helps everybody. I was like, hey, can you guys help me? And they were like, yep. And we did a water check-in. We tagged each other on our Instagram stories and our Facebook stories. And we said, all right, I am this many ounces down. How are you doing? And we just helped each other with accountability and with getting to our goals. And that's what we will do for you as well. You'll tell us your goals, and we'll be able to help you get there. Now, if this is something that you decide you don't want to do, but you still want to use these systems and use these hacks, find an accountability partner. Find somebody that's going to help keep you accountable. My sister's been coming over in the mornings, and we've been doing some workouts together in the mornings, and she has helped keep me accountable to get it done when I say I'm going to, and not like dilly-dally and like, oh, well, the kids want to play with me, or the dog needs to go outside again. Like, she helps keep me accountable. So finding somebody that's going to help keep you accountable and telling them your goal, telling them what you want to achieve is also going to help. So just getting that accountability partner, getting somebody to really just know what you're doing and know what your goals are and help you get there. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with getting help. And that's what the third hack will do. That's what will really help you get to that goal. Because they're going to care about you. They're going to want you to succeed, because the definition of support is caring about somebody's success. And that's what the support is. And that's what the support that is provided within these systems are.
So when you guys join, if you guys join one of our groups, you kind of get like access to behind the scenes, like behind the walls of these groups that we run. And one of the things that for me, an accountability thing that makes a huge difference within my group, and that I'm, for all of my clients and myself, is we post all of our meals within the group. So when you're about to go, like, this is me, PS, be like, oh, my kids left over their chicken nuggets and there's like some crust left from like the pizza that they didn't, eat, and like 3 bites of mac and cheese. And I'm like, oh, there's dinner. And then I'm like, fuck, what am I going to take a picture of to post in my group? Like, I cannot take a picture of these scraps and then post it in my group and say, I ate this for dinner, guys. Go coach. Like that. I mean, sometimes I do, honestly. Like last night I did say, like, guys, I had ice cream and donuts for dinner because I got my period and this is life. But that's not like normal, but sometimes it happens. So last night, so I literally will be like, have my kids' junk in my hand and say like, I'm going to just have this. And then I'm like, I can't do it because I need to post a picture of my group. And they all do that too. It's not just accountability for me. We all post our picture. So instead of that, I'll go take like a cauliflower pizza, throw it in the oven, and then I'll have that, which tastes as good, better for me, better for my goals, shows my group that, I'm sticking to the plan, and then it helps them stick to the plan. Another thing, you guys, with accountability, when you sign up to be with one of us, you're assigned an accountability partner within the group with like similar goals and similar like, lifestyle as you. And that's like within the group, that's one person that literally every single day, because sometimes we don't have people in our life that are going to be there for this. There's going to be, maybe your husband's not on board. Can't tell you how many people I have that are like half of their battle is their partner. That's a huge thing. Maybe your parents aren't on board. Maybe your friends aren't on board. It happens, but that's why this is so important, because you're going to have a cheerleading squad. You're going to have a partner. Your partner is everything. You guys, I cannot tell you how many people in my group are like telling me the huge difference it makes having that one accountability partner. They have their own private chat, just the two of that. I'm not even in it. And they check in every day and they tag each other in the group. They'll say like, Stacy, I'm done. Stacy, where's you? Did you do it yet? We both said we were going to do it by 10 a.m. Like that kind of thing. And they hold each other's hand and they celebrate together and they make each other strong within our group. And these are people following the same systems as you, doing the same things as you. You're going to help each other get better. This is the thing, you guys, like, think about every program you ever did, everything you've ever invested in, everything that you ever hoped was going to be the change that you were looking for. This is a piece that you are lacking, a really important piece that you're lacking. Think about if you have a meeting somewhere, right? Or like you have a plan, you're going to go run at, okay, think about this. You are going to go run at like 5 p.m., right? That's your plan. 5 a.m. Let's say 5 a.m. You're going to go for a run at 5 a.m. The alarm goes off. You're tired. You press snooze. You don't go. Who gives a shit? Nobody knows. If you're going to go run at 5 a.m. and your friend is meeting you, are you just going to press snooze and not go? Of course not. I hope not. That would make you not that cool. So I hope you would not just press snooze. But you know what I'm saying? Like just that, knowing someone's there waiting for you, knowing someone's there looking for your post is the thing that gets you to your goals. For real. It's that big of a thing. And you guys, the reason I'm like so passionate about this, which I think you can read through my body language and my speaking language, is because I was there. Like I paid all the money to all the gyms. I tried all of the weight loss programs. I did keto. I did paleo. I did Weight Watchers. I did the Whole30 like 60 times. Like I did all of those things that everyone else has done. And I paid all of the money to all of the places and nobody ever gave a shit if I succeeded or failed. And so of course I failed. And I don't want you guys to keep struggling like I did, because I promise you, when you're comfortable and you feel good in your own skin, everything changes for you. Everything. Who you are, how you react to people, what you do with your kids, what kind of partner you are, what kind of friend you are, it will all change. Okay. So next steps, you guys, real quick, let me ask you, who wants to hear, and this will be real quick because it's 9:07, for real, how to join forces with us. We'll explain to you what the options are. Obviously, there's no, strings attached. We just want to tell you what worked for us. And you can see if you are interested, raise your hand and listening to the next part of just like what we're using that's helping us. Raise your hand. Lisa, raise your hand. I see actual hands. Okay, cool. So I just want to share some other people's results because I feel like when you only see our results, you're like, okay, and you could be lying and you could be eating lettuce and air and you could be running 24 hours a day. So I don't believe you. But here are other people that also got results from doing the exact same things that we're doing. And you guys, I have an arsenal of like 1 million pictures of stuff like this. So it's not just these few people. I got a message yesterday. Let me just read it because it'll take me 2 seconds. Hopefully I still have it. Because I loved this particular message. I got it. Oh, fuck, it's a little far to go. Wait, it's in my messages. I'm going to tell you really quick. Yes, I remember her name. I'm sorry. Okay. Yesterday, this girl sent me this message. Thank you for all that you have helped me with so far. It's because of you. I felt so comfortable, confident, and sexy in my own skin. I can't wait till more weight drops off. I haven't in 20 years felt like this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is 30 days into the plan. 30 days, you guys. 30. Like, are you kidding me? She lost 15 pounds in her first 30 days, and that's what she had sent me. So anyway, sorry, I got off topic because I just thought of that. But this is how it all works. You'll get, and these are the 3 hacks of how we're using the 3 hacks within our systems, right? Your mindset. You're going to get nutrition advice and education from a UCLA nutritionist or fitness and nutrition experts, depending on, whether or not you want a system where you're told exactly what to eat, when and how, like that kind of deal, or if you want a system that's more flexible where you're going to learn along the way. Either of us, whoever invited you to this call, can help you with both systems, even though we follow different ones. We both are certified to teach both, and we both do teach both, depending on our customers and clients' needs. So whoever reached out, whoever invited you to this group, or whenever you're watching this call, reach out to that person. But you'll get these videos that are going to explain everything to you. They're short, they're simple, they'll help you to get your mindset where you understand that you don't have to dread vacations. You don't have to stress over food. Food doesn't have to be the reason you have a good or bad day. Food doesn't have to be the thing that you're thinking about all the time, what you can have, what you can have. I promise you, living like that is not living. It's awful. I remember days like we would be at the beach and I would feel like crap because I would see everybody else like better than me. They're better than me because they're skinnier. And I would eat nothing while everybody else was like ordering drinks and having tacos, and I would just be miserable. And that's not a way anyone should live ever. Okay. So you'll get your mindset piece, which is the real, like where you're going to learn what to do. That's the mindset piece. You're going to get the system. So you're going to get recipes, cookbooks, meal plans, meal ideas. You're going to get a 30-day supply of a superfood shake, which will replace one of your meals of the day. For me, it's breakfast every single day. I literally bring it with me I had it in Paris. I had it in London. I had it in, every vacation I've been on, which are many. I travel about 6 times a year. Not this year, but typically. So you'll have that. That's all part of the system that you're going to learn. That's going to make it easy for you to keep with forever. And then you're going to get the accountability, which is the access to our private community, our support group. You're going to get your partner. And that, again, $79, I feel like it's worth like $100,000, $500 million because that's like the piece. Obviously, you look at all this, $119, $279, $79, that's a lot of money. You don't want to spend money on yourself because for some reason, most women don't want to spend money on themselves. They want to spend it on their kids and their dog and their husband and their friends and their neighbors. I love spending money on myself, so I don't have trouble doing that. But if you are someone that does, within the package, it's much, much, much discounted. So you can get all of those things we just talked about this month for $160, which is the lowest ever. Normally it is more. They have a discount for the summer going on right now. So it's $160 where you'll get 30 of those shakes that we discussed. You'll get access to your meal plan system forever. It's a one-time fee. You get it forever. And obviously you get access to our group until whenever. You'll probably stick around forever. I have people that have been with me in my groups since I started 7 years ago, and they still are posting every day. A lot of them are coaches now. And you're never kicked out once once you join forces with us. Okay. So the price is $160. You get access to all of those things. The first 5 people that join tonight, and that means as soon as we're off this call or even right now, you're sending us a message, we'll get a 5-day slim down meal plan. So you can literally get started tomorrow before your stuff gets to your house, before you watch a video, you can start immediately because it's that simple. I know you don't like fish. You don't like chicken. You're a vegetarian. You don't like tomatoes. It doesn't matter. What you like, what you don't like, you will still be able to make this work. Picky eaters, non-picky eaters, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. You will find things. It's not going to, let me tell you what this is not. This is not something you're going to get that's going to say, have 4 ounces of boiled chicken in the morning, then have 3 ounces of brown rice with 1 scrambled egg. That is not what you're going to get at all. You're going to have choices. You're going to be able to eat what you like, because if you're not eating what you like, it will never be sustainable for you. And that's the whole point of this. You can't be depriving yourself forever because you'll never get anywhere. You'll always wind up quitting. And that's what you're going to learn you don't have to do. Okay? You're going to learn that you don't have to be 100% in or 100% out. Okay? And that for me was the key, because I was always either like tunnel vision on or like, woo, what else can I eat? Like literally those are my 2 choices. And this is going to teach you that like after you mess up and you eat something, it's okay to get right back on. You don't have to then decide to eat an entire pizza before the next day because you already ruined the day. Don't lie. You all have done that too. Don't lie. I know you have. Okay. Giveaway winners. I will go first to somebody that tagged me. 1 minute. I'm just going to pick the first person I see. Ashley Sumter. You are my person. You are my winner. So please send me a message, Ashley Sumter, and with your Venmo name, and I will send you $20. Liz Miller, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to select, I'm going to say your last name wrong, girl, and I apologize. Tammy Sparacino?
Yep.
Maybe?
Yep, that's her.
Yes! Nailed it.
Tammy, so send Liz Miller a message after this, or now, it doesn't matter, to get your $20. That's it. Are we done? Oh my God.
I think we're done.
Holy shit.
Do you guys have any questions?
9:14.
Unmute yourselves.
I mean, I am extremely accurate when it comes to timing. Yes. Does anybody have questions, or did you type any questions in the chat? Let's see. Sorry about that. No. Okay. If anybody has questions, now is a great time to type them in the chat. Let us know, or you can raise your hand and just talk. If you want to join, let us know. Send us a message and we can get you set up. I have some messages, and that is that. I think we're done. 9:15. I love it. Thank you guys. I hope that you leave this call with some kind of knowledge. I hope it was helpful for you, whether or not you join us, whether or not you find another system, whatever system you find. I really, really, really hope that you first find those 3 things going in. Make sure it's not just giving you something that's not going to be sustainable. Make sure that you are like, your mindset is everything. You need to make sure that there's a piece of that in this. You need to make sure it's sustainable for you, and you absolutely 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, need to make sure that you have accountability. Someone is checking in on you. Someone is sending you a message. Someone is asking why I didn't see your post today. Because if you don't have that, it is so much easier to fail. You want to be setting yourself up for success. So I hope you got something out of this call. We love you guys. We know that you can be free of this insanity that food takes over your whole world and your whole life, and you do not have to live like that. I promise you. We are proof. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you for watching us tonight.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye now.